2-1. On his Burnley debut.
Hello and welcome to Prematch Live. We're here at the Montgomery Waters Meadow for tonight's Carabao Cup fixture, where Burnley take on Shrewsbury Town. We'll be here right up until kick-off, where you can then switch to Clarets Plus for live audio commentary. Joining us tonight, former Claret, I'm sure many of you are familiar with, Stephen Ward. Let's remind ourselves of Stephen's time in Claret and Blue.
He was closed down. Puts it in. And Burnley are 2-1 up. It's Stephen Ward. Stephen Ward in there. Thumped it to the top of the net. Touched it in. And Burnley lead. And it's Stephen Ward. His first league goal for the Clarets. Has he got it in? He got it out. Stephen Ward's got it. Couldn't keep it out, Bournemouth. And Stephen Ward in the melee has applied the finish. Worked it well, Burnley. They're trying to help him out towards Ward. He'll break into the box here, Stephen Ward. Oh, a goal! Oh, what a goal from Stephen Ward!
Fantastic goals, no better than the one at Chelsea.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the best of the lot, wasn't it? The rest were tap-ins, but no, nice to be here. Obviously, been keeping a close eye on the boys this season, so it'll be nice to see. The first time I've seen them live this year, so really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a new era, a new dawn, a little bit different way of playing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but I think it's really exciting. I've really enjoyed the games. I think, to see a Burnley team go out and dominate possession, control games, it's been really good to see. And I think, listen, we all know that the most important thing is getting the 3 points on a Saturday or a Tuesday, and the points we have so far probably don't reflect the performances, but I think that will come. I think we're creating chances. I think they've had plenty of chances in the 5 games so far in the league, and it's just about converting them now. But I think performance-wise, it's been really decent, and new squad, a lot of new players, new manager still imposing his own philosophy and his own style, and a lot of positives. And I think it's going to be a bright season, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it up close and live tonight.
Yeah, it's 12 new faces. It does seem a lot, that, doesn't it, in one summer. It's going to take a little while for everybody to gel.
Yeah, of course. And listen, the manager's got an obvious style of play, and you can see it's possession based. I think he's brought in some really clever footballers, some really talented players, but as always, players are going to take time to adapt to how each other plays, and you're going to get to know players' strengths, players' weaknesses. From my time at the club, it was very much the same squad year in, year out, and we knew how each other played, to a T. So that will take time, but I think early signs are really positive, and I'm really excited, as I say, to watch the team in action tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Burnley are a bit of a scout now after all those seasons in the Premier League. You know all about that. They're a bit of a scout now in the Championship and Cup competition.
Yeah, listen, and that's something that especially the younger lads coming in are going to have to get used to. Everybody's going to want to beat Burnley because of their reputation, because of obviously their years in the Premier League, and because of the manager as well. It's a big name manager, someone who's had a fantastic career in the Premier League, and he comes with a real reputation. So anywhere they go, teams are going to make it difficult for them. And what I've seen in the games now, they're starting to get real respect for how they're playing. Teams are sitting in deep. They're trying to make it really difficult. And Saturday especially, they sat in deep. Unfortunately, we got caught with a couple of goals in the second half, because it was a fantastic first half performance, and really deserved the 3 points.
Let's have a look at those new faces. There's 8 changes for Burnley. Let's whip through the side for you. Bailey Peacock-Farrell back in goal. Good to see Matt Lowton back at right back. Vitinho will play left back. CJ Egan-Riley, a debut for him, signed from Man City alongside Charlie Taylor. We think holding roles for Josh Cullen and Samuel Bastian. Ahead of them, Manuel Benson, we think will play on the right wing. Perhaps Ashley Barnes on the left. Johan Berg Gudmundsson, his first start since the New Year's game at Leeds back at the start of the year. So great to see him back. We think Darko Cherlinov will play through the middle. 9 subs for Burnley. Muric, Norris, Harwood Bellis, Brownhill, McNally, Teller, Phillips, Costello and Dodgson. For the home side, they're 18th in League One, lost here 3-0 to Ipswich. Familiar face in goal, Marco Morosi, played locally, Burnley College and Barnoldswick Town. A back three of Matthew Pennington, the former Everton defender, Chade Dunkley and Tom Flanagan. Ahead of them, Tom Bloxham, Luke Leahy, Taylor Moore and Charlie Caton, two young lads playing wing back there. Rikel Pike and Jordan Shipley behind striker Ryan Bowman. He started his career at Carlisle. On the bench for the home side, Harry Burgoyne is the reserve keeper, Daniel Udoy, Tom Bayliss, George Nurse, Cade Craig, Julian DeCosta, Josh Barlow, and also in there, one further man there is going to be Jaden Bevan wearing 31, so some new names for us amongst that. But the team news for Burnley, 8 changes, so that means only Taylor, Coutinho and Cullen remain from that 2-2 draw. That's right, 3-3 draw against Blackpool. Now, Stephen, there was always going to be changes tonight because we're playing so many games in the Championship. You're always going to have some changes tonight.
Yeah, of course. I think it's only natural. We all know about the Championship, 46 game slog, and listen, players are going to be itching to play. They're going to be itching to get minutes. I think, obviously I don't know a lot about the new lads, so I'm excited to see them. But I think the one name that stands out for me back in the team tonight is Johan Gudmundsson, who obviously I had the pleasure of playing with here at Burnley, and he's a real talent, and I think could be a real difference maker for the team this year.
When he's fully fit, he's a player. He's
a player, and to see him back in the squad after what's been a tough time with injury is great to see, and hopefully he comes through unscathed, and will, I'm sure, no doubt, will have a big part to play for the rest of the season.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him, because as you say, it has been a while, 8 months or so. So let's have a look back. Classic Lancashire derby on Saturday. Burnley 3, Blackpool 3. Let's have a look at the highlights.
Cullen in that sitting role, ball forward here, long ball, looking for Rodriguez, might have caught Blackpool out little there, shot, what a goal! Oh, what a goal from Josh Brownhill! We were talking about him, and he scored in the 3rd minute. The derby's alight, what a finish! Bellis looking for the ball over the top, and he's found Teller, chance for Teller here, it's Teller! Nathan Teller! His first goal for Burnley! The Clarets are on fire! We've played 11 minutes! Burnley 2, Blackpool 0. Who's just Cullen? Under pressure, Cullen. Big chance here, Corbin. No, they're going back. Error at the back for Burnley.
We're going to get that. We're going to get that. But that's how we want to play.
Yeah, it's risk and reward.
Yeah.
Brownhill looking for Matson. Matson had just broken through there. Might fall for Teller. Looking to get it out of his feet. Teller. Oh, what a goal! What a finish from Nathan Teller. It's his day.
Dream debut.
Whoa, what a finish that is. Gabriel, he's got a bit of space. Can he dig out across? Dummies the first ball. Matson getting back at it. Got to be careful. Good skill from Gabriel. Spreads it across. Got to go back. Got to go back. I think it's Lavery with it. 3-2 it is. Swung right in there. Still found a man at the back post. And in. They've equalised. Yates with it. 2 goals in 2 minutes. And Yates has got the equaliser from the corner. Drive forward on that far side. Matson, whoa.
Don't react.
That was a rash one.
Hey, you can't do that,
Matson's gone back.
Matson can't do that.
And we'll just see what happens here. Carey will be off. Piece and Matson will miss 3 games. Wide here for Harwood Bellis. First time ball in there. Saved by the keeper.
So 3-3 on Saturday at Turf Moor against Blackpool. A great start, wasn't it, to go 2 up inside 11 minutes?
Yeah, it was. It was a fantastic start and a fantastic first half performance. I think Nathan Teller obviously had a fantastic start to life at Turf Moor, and I've seen him play for Southampton in the Premier League, and he's a very exciting talent. And listen, I think that the most disappointing thing was to let Blackpool back in the game. I'm sure the manager, being a defender himself, he'll pride himself on the team keeping clean sheets, so that'll be disappointing. But you know, the game really should have been dead and buried, and that'll be the only disappointing thing for the weekend, because you know, like I said, over the 5 games that I've, you know, so far that I've seen this season, performance-wise, you know, they've deserved a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, and what a first full start for Teller. He did look lightning quick, and he took his chance as well.
Yeah, he's a very exciting player. You know, I've seen him play for Southampton. He's direct, he's quick. As you see in the weekend, he can score a goal. So a really good addition to the squad. Someone of Premier League quality, and that's what you need in the Championship now. You need players that may not get as many games at their club in the Premier League to drop down and give you that Premier League quality, because, you know, that's the aim for the season, and that's what everyone wants to see Burnley back in the Premier League. So a great signing.
Ian Matson's just got a lesson to learn there, hasn't he? He fouled in that manner, you've got to stay down.
Yeah, listen, it's a horrendous challenge on him in the first place, and I'm not surprised he's angry, but I think it probably boiled down to a bit of frustration with the way the game had gone, and Blackpool being back in the game. I think if it was still 3-1, he probably would have, you know,
just let the referee deal with it.
I think he would have. He would have just let it go. But I think there was probably a real frustration within the team at the end with the way the game had gone, and you know, when someone smashes into you like that, you are angry. And yeah, listen, he'll learn from it. He's a young lad, you know, a really good talent, has started the season well, so it's just unfortunate now that the team are losing for 3 games.
Yeah, it's a big 3 games as well, isn't it? You don't want to lose anybody for that length of time. And he looks a real prospect. And he's just gonna have to learn, isn't he? He's just gonna have to learn. So it'll be interesting to see how Vitinho does today. Yeah. Right-footed at left back.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they set up, whether they do go with a back 4. We've had a few conversations here. Will they go with a flat 2? Obviously, you know, one of the front men may have to go a bit wider, which I would presume would probably be Ashley Barnes, who's done it before. But it'll be interesting to see how they set up, and obviously if Vitinho is at the back on the left, it'll be interesting to see what the dynamic will be, especially with a right-footed player playing on the left.
Yeah, he's come as a full-back, yet he seems to have played further forward so far.
Yeah, listen, it's great if he can play in a couple of positions, and you know, that's vital in the Championship, because it's a roller coaster ride. You will get injuries, you will lose players, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on tonight.
So an exciting game against Blackpool. Vincent Kompany has been sharing his thoughts and reflection after that weekend's clash. Let's have a look at his interview.
Vincent, we head to Shrewsbury Town tomorrow night in the Carabao Cup second round. What are your thoughts heading into that one?
Well, we played Shrewsbury in pre-season, so there's some elements we'll recognise from that. From that, they've not changed too much from what we faced. Obviously now they're a few games in, they're more competitive, and it'll be a good, a good cup game for us.
Are there any sort of memories or standout moments for you from this competition from over the years?
Yeah, every final stands out, and it's also usually been a competition in which my game time was usually quite limited to the finals, if I'm honest. But they're the big ones you remember, and it's a competition in which you get opportunities to see players that are important for the future of either the season or the club, and it's a good mix. I personally like it, and I look forward to it.
Will this give you the opportunity to sort of bring players in that have not played too many first team games and see players that haven't played as much? For me, it's not really a case of rotations or granting time to anyone, but one, we need to make sure we get, you saw the last game in the second half, we probably for the first time looked like we had a tough week. We're coming to the end of a tough week, so whatever we can, we've got to try and avoid to compound that for certain lads. But then as well, at the same time, I do expect 2 or 3 teams within my squad to be able to do exactly what we want in the same way, because those players now, if you don't give them a chance now, they won't be able to turn up and perform for you later on in the season. So. And does the fact that we played Shrewsbury Town just a few weeks ago in pre-season, does that give you sort of any extra advantage or preparation going into the game? We play them, we know a bit more about them. They played us, they know a bit more about us. But then, again, I can't predict which lineup they're going to put, whether they're going to do something different. So there's also a big extent of just focusing on yourself and making sure that your team's ready for the game.
Welcome back to Shrewsbury Town against Burnley, Carabao Cup second round tie. Stephen Ward with me. Interested with Vincent Kompany because he's had a good time in this competition. 4-time winner. He'll know all about it with Man City.
Yeah, he's a great record, and listen, it's great that these games come along so early in the season, because they do give you a chance to play players that maybe haven't featured in the first 4 or 5 games in the league. So they are important. I think he will take it very seriously. He'll want to progress in the competition, and I think what's really important tonight, after the opening day win, is to get a win on the board. The lads know they will have deserved a win from their performances, but it's actually getting one, and I think if we can get a result tonight, get a win, it'll take us into Saturday in great shape.
Yeah, absolutely. Wins help the confidence, don't they, throughout the squad?
Yeah, listen, there's nothing better tonight for the lads getting on that bus after knowing they've had a good win, and then coming in to start preparations on Thursday or whenever they may be in for the game on Saturday. So yeah, listen, winning, you want a winning culture at the club. The manager has it. He said about this competition, he's got a great record, and he'll want to get a result tonight. And also, it's a great chance for players to stamp their authority and put a mark down to show that they're ready to play in the team when the league games come out.
Yeah, play well tonight, you could be in on Saturday.
Yeah, you never know, and it's one of them. Sometimes players think doesn't matter what they do, they won't get a team, but it might be a case that you do well tonight, you might be in the manager's thoughts to even start or be that first one that comes on and maybe changes the game. So they are important nights, and hopefully the boys that come in can do themselves proud.
Yeah, I mean, you did well in the comps, didn't you, in the cup competitions, at your time at Wolves and with Burnley. Always important for you.
Yeah, they were. Listen, I think, like I said, they're important. Every game's important, but especially if you've come off the back of a defeat or a loss, you want to bounce back with a win. And similarly, if you've come into the game after winning the game, you want to keep that winning streak going. So listen, they're always important games, and that not only for players getting minutes, but they will get game time, they'll get fitness, and the squad will be in a stronger position once all these lads have got 90 minutes under their belt.
You had some great memories at Burnley.
Fantastic.
Had to be patient initially to get in the side.
Yeah, but I knew that coming into the team, into the club, they'd just been promoted, and I knew Ben was playing there, so I think I done well coming in. I turned Ben into an outstanding centre back. So
he always said he was a centre back. Every time he played left back.
I said to him before, for all them appearances he's got and being made club captains, because I came in and moved him inside. So
there was a defeat at Hull, wasn't there?
I changed his career, I think.
I think you did. I mean, great memories, and none better than that goal at Stamford Bridge. To win 3-2 against the champions.
Yeah, unbelievable times. I think that for me on a personal note, but as a team to go there when they were champions and win 3-0, I remember us all laughing at half time. We couldn't believe what was going on. And
you just take the win. 3-0 against 10 men.
I remember the man and Sean obviously just saying to us, listen, whatever you do, lads, don't mess this up. And thankfully we didn't. But great memories, European nights to get to to finish 7 in the Premier League. For us as a club of Burnley's stature was unbelievable achievement. You look how difficult the Premier League is and the money that's spent by the teams. I think that achievement goes a bit underrated. I don't think people realise how well we done to get 7th, and I think second half of the season I think we have 5 or 6 wins in a row away from home, at West Ham, at Watford. You look back, I think now that my career's finished and I've just recently retired, you look back and you think of the achievements, and that season's got to be up there.
Oh, it was
to finish that high in the Premier League.
And I'll tell you what, we got 3 really tough draws in the Europa League.
Couldn't have been any tougher. But I think just even to get there, I think the work that we done to get there,
absolutely,
it probably didn't get the credit at the time. Not from us at Burnley and the manager, but I think maybe from the outside football world. I don't think people realise
nationwide,
how big that achievement is. It's very difficult for clubs and sort of the bottom 10 in the Premier League that you would say to compete with these teams, and for us to do it and finish 7 was outstanding.
It was magnificent. So what are you doing these days? You look like you could play.
Yeah, I probably could. No, I don't know if my body would let me, but no, I've had a nice break. I enjoyed it. A couple of weeks off. I'd never been away, obviously, with the kids on the school holidays, so I was away for a couple of weeks, and now I'm back. I'm itching to get back into the game now, really, a little bit. Just waving to Phil there. Yeah, just itching to get back in, do a bit of work watching games. I've been to a few games,
Sure.
Done a bit of work for the FAI watching games, and
Sure.
obviously really glad to be here tonight. Really enjoyed this side of it as well, the media side. So
yeah, you were at Aston Villa, weren't you? The last season with Sky.
I done Villa, I done the home game for Southampton at home, which was a great performance. So yeah, really enjoyed that part, and it's always nice to come and do Burnley, because when you've got such an affection for a club, it's, you know, you're watching a game hoping they do well and they get the result as well.
Absolutely, brilliant, thank you. Let's have a look back. Burnley have been here in the last few weeks. They've played pre-season friendly here against Shrewsbury. Burnley were the winners by 3-1. Let's have a look at the highlights. That's pre-season. Burnley were the winners here by 3-1. Bastian, Tucker and Thomas for Burnley, Shipley for Shrewsbury. Does that mean anything 4 weeks ago or not? Just another pre-season game?
No, listen, pre-season, we all know what pre-season is about, is getting your eye in, getting your fitness up, so that will have no reflection on the game today, I don't think. Obviously it's nice to know in the back of your mind that Shrewsbury players have seen some of the new signs and seen what they're about, so that might put a bit of fear into them the way the game went, but I think in regards to the actual game, I think, you know, it won't make too much of a difference.
This is a transformation, isn't it? Because, you know, Burnley are playing a different style now. It's almost a Man City style, for want of a better description, where Burnley are going to look to keep possession far more. Yeah,
they are, and like I said, I've really enjoyed watching the games. I think, you know, I think earlier, I think nearly 70% are averaging possession-wise in the league this year. That's, you know, it's an unbelievable stuff, especially in the Championship, because the Championship is a really tough league, and, you know, to be dominating the ball as much as they are is
it difficult for a player to change his approach almost like that overnight?
Well, I always felt at Burnley that we never got the respect we deserved in terms of
played more football than people said.
I think we did, and I think because we were a bit rough and ready and you know, we gave it everything, I think we probably didn't get the respect, and we always had good footballers in the team. You know, you look at, you know, the likes of Ashley Westwood, Jack Cork, we always had Robbie Brady's, Jeff Hendricks, we always had good footballers in the team. And, you know, I think, you know, now they're seeing the fruits of that, and obviously they've had to add to it, but there is a new philosophy. I think it's really good to watch. Like I said, to have that, you know, possession averaging throughout the games of nearly 70% in the Championship, but not only that, they're creating chances. I think they've had nearly 60 or 70 attempts on goal in the 5 games, so they're dominating games. I think the final piece is just putting that ball in the net and killing the games off.
Yeah, consistent results.
And obviously then seeing the games out, which is something that I'm sure the manager was very disappointed with at the weekend.
Yeah. Last week Burnley made their 12th signing of the summer in the form of Macedonian international Darko Cherlinov. Let's have a look at his interview.
Darko, welcome. You're now a Burnley player. How does it feel?
I'm feeling very excited. I'm very happy to be here.
What was your thoughts when you first heard of the interest that Burnley wanted to take you as a player?
The first time I heard it, it was very, very exciting news. I thought about it, and I think that I can bring a lot to this team, and I think it's very important for this club to get back in the Premier League, and I'm here to do it.
the manager, Vincent Kompany. Have you spoken much to him before the move? Did he have anything to say to you?
Yeah, he told me his plan. I really like his coaching style, and I'm looking forward to working with him.
You're just looking at your career. You began your career with FC Köln over in Germany, and you've had a couple of promotions with Stuttgart up to the top division and with Schalke. 3 times out of 3, is that the aim for you?
That's doable.
And German football, it's obviously a lot different to English football, the style and the formations. How much are you looking forward to adapting to that as well?
It's different football, but I'm looking forward to learning from it, to adapting as fast as possible. There is no time to lose.
And we know you're an attacking player. How would you describe yourself as a player?
I would describe myself as a good technique player and good before the goal. The rest you're gonna see.
You're also a Macedonia international as well. You became the youngest ever player at 16 years old. Is that something you're looking to carry on as well and featuring for the national team whilst over here?
Yeah, it was such pleasure. It's always such pleasure playing for your country, and it makes me very happy that I can give my best every time I go there. And it's a big, I appreciate it for the people there because they gave me the chance to become who I am today, and I'm very grateful and thankful for that.
And what would your message be for the Burnley fans now that are looking forward to seeing you?
They can be excited about me as I am for them.
It's Darko Cherlinov signed for Burnley from Stuttgart last week. 12 signings coming thick and fast. Yeah. Not easy when you're in the press box.
No, and
somebody else to get used to.
And the window's not closed.
No, it isn't. Do you think there'll be more?
Listen, you don't know in football these days. I think clubs are always on the lookout for, not just any player, but a player that might improve their squad. And I think this is a really exciting signing.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, and I'm just wondering if he'll play through the middle tonight. Came on and played wide. We heard from Vincent Kompany when he signed that he can play anywhere across the front 4. So it could be that tonight's the night to try and play him through the middle. Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see. You'd presume it'll be himself or Barnesy that'll push out there.
Yeah.
For me, it'll be interesting to see. But I think an exciting signing. He comes with a good pedigree. I think, to sign a striker at that price tag, you're going to be really excited. And, a full international. I think the fans will be excited. And
it's new times.
Hopefully he can hit the ground running tonight.
Absolutely. Just a welcome to those fans joining us on Clarets Plus for audio commentary. Welcome to the Montgomery Waters Stadium. It's me and Stephen Ward for tonight's game. We kick off at 7:30. There was a little bit of confusion on that. But it's a 7:30 kick-off, and we go straight to penalties if it's level after 90 minutes. First competitive clash with Shrewsbury in 25 years. You've got to go back to 1997 when these two sides last played a first team game. Shrewsbury struggling a little bit so far in League One this season. They're 18. They've not won at Tottenham in 3 league games, but they did beat Carlisle here 3-2 in the previous round. Just to recap on the Burnley side, it is 8 changes for the Clarets. Peacock Farrell in goal, Lowton, Egan, Riley, Taylor, Vitinho at the back. We think holding roles for Cullen and Bastian. Benson, Goodmanson, Barnes ahead of them. We think Cherlinov perhaps through the middle. For the home side, tend to play 3-4-3. Marosi in goal. He's the lad that was at Burnley College, played for Bunnoldswick. Pennington, Dunkley, Flanagan at the back. Bloxham, Leahy, Moore and Caton in midfield. Pike, Shipley and Bowman up front. We get away at 7:30, so plenty to look forward to. We've got Huey and Freddie running here. You saw them at Walsall, I think, running for charity at half-time.
I did, running for charity. 2 great lads. I met them in the Players' Lounge after.
Brilliant.
Close to another, obviously, Jimmy Dunn.
Yeah, Jimmy Dunn
well from his time. Obviously, I know Jimmy well. So, they're good pals of his. I think families know each other. So, listen, 2 great kids and, doing it for a great cause. So,
absolutely,
fair play to them.
Barnesy spent some time with them at the turf with Jordan North.
Oh, bless them.
Jimmy Dunn was there as well. They outran him. It won't come as a surprise. They outran him. But there we are. That was always going to happen.
Barnesy gets outrun by a lot.
That was always going to happen. We kick off at 7:30, as I said. We're just waiting for the teams to emerge. Spoke to Ashley Westwood the weekend. He came and did cold comms with us. Horrible ankle injury back in April. Working really hard to get back. I thought he looked great.
Yeah, listen, I've been in close contact with Westy since it happened, and yeah, listen, it was awful. I was devastated for him because he's been the real linchpin in the team, real core.
Barely missed a game.
No, he's been, you know, you're always going to miss a player of Westy's quality. So, you know, I'm glad to hear that his rehab's going well, and you know, hopefully he can get back sooner rather than later, because he'll be a big plus for Vincent Kompany. He's an outstanding player, and you know, he's a great lad as well, and everyone knows how good of a lad he is around the dressing room.
They're almost having to pull him back, I think, and stop him, you know, going too fast, doing too much.
He'll be desperate to get back, but you know, I bumped into him and I've spoke to him a lot, and he's still got a great influence around the dressing room. He's still going to be in there making everyone laugh, keeping the spirits high. That's what Westy does. So, you know, he'll still be in and around it, but you know, they'll be really, really excited to get a player his quality back on the pitch.
Because it's a season like no other with the World Cup break.
Yeah.
You know, if Westy can be back after the World Cup, it's like a new signing for the cliche, isn't it?
Yeah, it's literally like two separate seasons this year.
It is,
isn't it?
yeah,
So
it is.
It'll be strange, but yeah, listen, I'm sure Westy will be looking to get back as soon as he can, and if he can, you know, nick a couple of weeks before the World Cup, he'll be delighted, and you know, I'm sure the fans and the manager will as well. But what he does know is there will be that break to get himself up to full fitness, even if he's only gets a game or two in. He'll have them, you know, a couple of weeks to get himself right, and then what an addition that'll be for the second half of the season.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, really enjoyed his company on Saturday, and he's doing ever so well. Decent crowd here. It's never going to be a big crowd, the Carabao Cup. It's sort of lost a little bit of its sort of prestige in a way at times, hasn't it?
It has a little bit. I think because there's so much to play for in the league nowadays. You know, I think every team has got an ambition, whether it's to get promoted, to make sure they stay in the league. So, listen, you're never going to get a full house, but I feel like there's a good number down from Burnley have come down tonight. And
600 apparently.
Yeah.
Which tells you something about the support, doesn't it?
Yeah, the support's been great. The support was always great when I was there. You know, they followed us everywhere. It was outstanding, and you know, I'm sure they'll come down there and you know, they'll be hoping for a win, and you know, I'm sure the team will deliver that.
Yes, absolutely. A big pitch, isn't it?
Yeah,
you get the impression they brought it in a little bit.
Yeah, it's quite a big pitch. It's always been notorious for being big here at Shrewsbury, the pitch, but listen, you can see by the way they're lining up the pattern they're going to be. They look like they're playing wing backs, but I'd imagine they'll drop into a back five when Burnley are in possession. They've seen that Burnley will have a lot of the ball. They'll defend deep, they'll try and make it difficult, and it'll be really up to Burnley to try break through the lines, you know, get it wide, get balls in the box, make them defend, and like I said, it looks like they'll be a back five and make it difficult, but there's so much quality in that Burnley team that you'd expect them to be able to
try and break through
it.
Yeah. No Jay Rodriguez tonight. I guess the manager's just working on just keeping him fit, well, not risking it.
I think anyone that has any sort of niggle will be wrapped in cotton wool with such a big game the weekend, and you know, it's a good chance for Barnsley and Churlinoff to come in, and you know, let's hope they can fill the void left by Jay.
That's part of the World Cup, the two sort of sections of the season, isn't it? It's all crammed into a busy first section.
Yeah, it is.
Game after game.
Yeah,
almost,
you wouldn't believe this. This is what their sixth game of the season already. Is it six? So,
yeah.
You know, we're still in August, and
Burnley got a bye in the first round.
Yeah,
didn't they?
they've played six already. It's it's going to be a strange season, but you know, the one thing I would say about it, as different as it's going to be, you know, you look at the other leagues in Europe getting their winter break, it will be good for a recharge for the lads, and anyone that is, you know, we talk about Westy, it'll be a chance for him to get up to full fitness. Anyone that is carrying knocks after, you know, 17, 18 games, they can fully recharge, get reset, and then get ready for what'll be
it could really work out, couldn't it?
Yeah, you'd hope so, and they just need to make sure they're in a decent position going into that break.
Because remember, in 2015-16, we surged in the second half of the season, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was, you know, I think we went unbeaten. I don't think we lost second half of the season.
That's right.
So,
yeah, 23
you know,
games.
as long as you're staying there to the business end, you'll be in with a great show.
Here come the teams. Let's go through them for you. For Burnley, 8 changes. Bailey Peacock Farrell in goal. Matt Lowton freed from suspension at right back. Coutinho at left back. CJ Egan-Riley on debut alongside Charlie Taylor. Josh Cullen, Samuel Bastin with thinking holding roles. Manuel Benson, Johan Berg-Gudmundsson, Ashley Barnes behind Darko Churlinov. For the home side, Marco Morosi in goal. Matthew Pennington, Che Dunkley, Tom Flanagan, the three central defenders. Flanagan scored against the Clarets for Sunderland in this competition 3 years ago. Midfield four, Tom Bloxham, Luke Leahy, Taylor Moore, Charlie Caton. Three up front, Raquel Pike, Ryan Bowman and Jordan Shipley. Shipley scored in that pre-season friendly here before the start of the season. Burnley bench, Murich, Norris, two keepers, Arwood Bellis, Brownhill, who's had a really good start to this season, Luke McNally, Nathan Teller, 2 goals for him on Saturday, Adam Phillips, Dara Costello and Owen Dodson. And Costello is quite a prospect, isn't he? 19 years of age. Had a couple of games at the start of the season. He's one to look out for in the future.
Yeah, he is. And listen, like with young lads, they're going to have times where they need a little break. It's, you know, you have to be really durable nowadays to play Saturday, Tuesday. So, you know, it'll do him no harm having a couple of games out, and I think he'll be itching to get back in. So, yeah, listen, he looks a real prospect. He's had a good start to the season, and yeah, definitely one for the future.
Just a word on captain. Barnes got the armband, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, listen,
I think the first time, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Great character, Barnesy. You know, absolute diamond of a lad, and great in the dressing room. So, and he plays like a captain all the time.
Of course he does.
Gives everything. You know, doesn't shirk out of any tackle, any challenge. So, you know, hopefully tonight now he can get himself on the score sheet. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on Pre-Match Live. You can now switch over to Clarets Plus on our official app or website for live audio commentary. Take care, everybody. See you next time.